Well, at the time, I'd not long finished walking around Great Britain, which I was doing for a cancer charity. And I got a lovely letter from the head man of what is now Cornwall Hospice Care. At the time, it was St Julia's and Mount Edgecombe. Initially, he said, well, would you like to walk from one hospice to the other, which made perfect sense. And I did in the actual walk, because I had to pass through the areas, each area on the coast path. So I thought that would be a great idea. And I just turned up and I thought I liked what they were doing there. I was introduced to all the staff and we went on from there, basically. I sort of had it in my mind to do something every year for the hospice, but also create something much bigger, which I feel I'm doing now with the Cornish Pilgrimage, because that does take in both the hospices. The pilgrimage is a 200-mile journey from the top of Cornwall, from actually it's Moornstow. You zigzag all the way coast to coast, right the way down to St Michael's Mount, where we conclude the journey. So I'm looking really to mark out all the routes for everybody who wants to come to Cornwall, and maybe for the first time, and have a good look at Cornwall, see the diversity of it, and get stuck in a bit. It's probably a 7 to 10 day walk if you didn't want to rush around too much. We tend to go to my website, which is robin-moore.co.uk, and there's a lot of information about it. There's some GPS maps you can use to do the walks. And I've put walking guides on there as well, so you can actually download a walking guide, full guide. And we've got little sections like the Gwenet Pilgrimage here at Gwenet Pit. That's a 10-mile local section that we do each year for the charity. We think it's quite appropriate to, in particular for this route, to mark the route up in shells to let people know which junction to take, because we're using mineral trails and other trails, and we just don't want people to get lost, basically. And this idea, I think we're going to use it more for the whole pilgrimage as a marker. You're actually discovering history. You've got a good industrial history down here in Cornwall. A lot of people are drawn by that. You get to see a fair bit of Cornwall, old and new. It's an ancient and modern pilgrimage. Well, I just want this route that I'm working on to be a national route, so that people come here every year and do it just the same as I go to Santiago every year and walk to Santiago to Compostela. I like the idea of that. And at the end of the summer, in September, I'll be doing the whole Cornish Pilgrimage. And anybody that wants to come along, even if it's just for a day, they should give it a go. 25 years, it's a quarter of a century. I'm just glad to still be doing it. I feel a privilege to still be doing it. It's a great honour. It's an honour to help humanity, do anything for a good cause, and particularly a local cause here in Cornwall.